What up, guys? Dr. Boomer here, coming out from under my rock. I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these types of videos. I do apologize. Life just got super duper busy. But I promise I have been playing as much Mortal Kombat as I absolutely can. I absolutely love this game. Today I'd like to make a brief tutorial video on Cetrion. She's currently my favorite character right now. We'll be focusing on her spring cleaning tournament variation, which has the water geyser and the teleport. Two really good tools in her arsenal. Now Cetrion, archetypally, she is a zoner, which fits into my style. I like a little more slower paced game. I'm not overly fond of rushdown. I'm just not good at it. But I do like the slower footsies, mid-range type game, and Cetrion fits that quite well. She's got great movement, excellent backdash. Her normals have really great range. Her forward 1 is 9 frames, so it's super fast, has really good range. Her standing 1 also has good range, and it's 8 frames, and her standing 3 is 11 frames. Unfortunately, though, majority of her attacks are highs. So here I'm showing just a couple of what I refer to as her starters. So when I'm talking about a starter, that's what I'm meaning. Those are her normal ones, and these are some of her not so normal ones. Her back 3, which is really important. Standing 3, standing 4. Her back 3 is really important because, like I said, she has a lot of highs. And so when you're trying to punish, all people have to do is just duck. So this down 1 into natural wall is, you just have to get this into your arsenal right away. It's hard to block, it's not impossible, because if you notice it does not combo. But it does combo with these strings here. And it can be used for great pressure because you're super plus on block. But you are super negative on block, so just be prepared to change your pattern if you need to. So, like I said, the back 3 is super important because it's her only normal that's non-high. And so it makes really great for punishes because whenever people are fighting Cetrion, all they have to do is duck. It's super annoying. And so just get into the habit of using that back 3. And that back 3 can lead into a bunch of combos that lead up to about 270 damage, excuse me. Her Hellfire, which I just showed you, is also super plus attack, as you can see right there where I'm demonstrating how much sooner. So this can lead into some great pressure situations, particularly with some restands, which I'll get into a little bit later. Let's see here. So this is her water geyser. Her water geyser is going to be her main combo ender in this. It has the only bad part about this, about the water geyser, is that it doesn't track. So that's going to be the biggest weakness. It has you have to manually input close, regular, medium, and very far. But it does do more damage than the vine grab, which does track. So this is why we go with the water geyser for the majority of her B&B combos. And so on those 2 starters, you just do a regular geyser. Even on these 3 starters. The next 2, which are her, learned something while making this video. Depends on how far you are when you do the back 3. Depends on which geyser you do, but depending on the starter will depend on if you use the close geyser or the regular geyser. So her forward 1-3 and her standing 1-1 will be the close geyser, which is back, forward, forward, back. And so using your back 1 and 2 geyser, especially if you amplify it later on down the line, that's where your big punish damage is going to come from. So there's that vine grab. And so you see a drawback of the vine grab is that it also pulls your opponent towards you, which you don't really want them to be right next to you in your Cetrion. That's not where you excel. It does low profile most projectiles, so it's really good in a projectile war. You can amplify it to get a small combo in. If you pull them towards you like I just did, you can use your natural barrier as a really good Oki and begin your pressure strings. That 4-2-3 is such a good pressure string, such a good stagger. I can't tell you how much that string has saved my life. Here is some of her optimal B&Bs using the Water Geyser. 267, so the most that I had seen from anyone else is 263, so I was pretty proud to discover that on my own. And so obviously you would do the close geyser for forward 1-3, which again makes a really good punish if they are not ducking, because it's super fast. For your standing 3, unfortunately, the gravity just doesn't work right, but obviously you can still get some decent damage with it. Now your standing 4, you can get almost 29% doing this combo, and people say Cetrion doesn't have combos. I beg to differ. Another really cool thing that you can do with the Amplified Geyser is you can do a lot of space control with it using your Sky Boulder. Sends them full screen, where you can continue your zoning. Now let's talk about instances where we can use her Vine Grab. Now, like I said before, you usually pull them close to you, and that's not where you want to be. But there's an exception to the rule. Amplify it. Leads to a restand. It leads to more combo potential. These are just some things that you can do with the Vine Grab. Quite a fun, it's going to add a lot to her meta, and I can't wait to explore this more and make another video for you guys. So, just kind of enjoy this here. Now what's really cool about that is it puts you in perfect position for a standing 4, which hits them back quite a ways. So if you go into standing 4, cancel into Hellfire Beam, you don't have to do a close one, and it keeps them restanding, but it hits them far enough back that you can actually get back into throwing boulders at them or whatever you want to do. Or if you're really good at the dash cancel, you might get back into there. You can also use a teleport. Teleports are our next topic that we're going to discuss, and I'm very excited about that. So now let's talk about her teleport. Like Raiden, her teleport is really fast, and it can be used to great efficiency for mix-ups. And to my delight, you can cancel it, which can set you up for some really great mix-ups. It can also be used to get out of dodge using this mix-up, and you can cancel into the water geyser. And you can even do a far one. So, and that can lead to zoning, let you start playing your game again. So her next section, we're going to be discussing her Krushing Blows. She's got 3 really that we can use rather consistently. Her first one is her 2-1-2-1-3. Its requirements are a counter or a punish, and this combo does 408 damage. Her next Krushing Blow has to deal with her down 2. It's a counter to a high. This combo is based off of the first one I showed you. It deals 394 damage. Boom! And then her final Krushing Blow is based off of her water geyser. You have to miss 3 times, which this Krushing Blow doesn't yield too much damage, but it also does have a lot of potential, which I will talk about in a future video. But for right now, the most damage that you can get off of just a single combo or whatever, it's not super significant, but you can get pretty close to 30%. So, and it could definitely play into the mind games, especially if you notice, like, there was actually one time I actually noticed I missed 2 times in a row, so I missed the 3rd one on purpose, so that I could get this with the least amount of resources, this kind of damage, least amount of resources possible. Especially with Cetrion, which she deals decent damage, but she doesn't deal the highest amount. Now I do move forward a little bit on that, in order to get in range for the forward 1-3. But as you can see, it does close to 30% damage. Well, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. We'll be discussing Cetrion and some other characters, hopefully. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.